So first we got to take the cover off of the wiring trough so we can see what's happening inside. So you'll notice that I use my little lifting cart for a lot of things. It's like my extra set of hands. I can't recommend getting one of those higher, because if you're working by yourself and you don't have another set of hands, it comes in handy for even just getting the cover off of this wiring trough. And it also helped me with lifting some of this equipment up onto the walls too. So you may want to look into getting one of those babies. So as you can see, inside the wiring trough, there's a lot of stuff going on. Now you will notice probably right off the bat that I have those Amphenol connectors. I use those for quick connect, disconnect from both battery banks so that I could separate the 3 wall batteries and the 6 rack mount batteries as needed. And as a matter of fact, when I first purchased my system, EG4 was still saying that the batteries were not going to work together, but that has since changed. They have the same LL BMS in both units, the wall batteries as well as the rack mount batteries. So they are compatible. You just have to update the firmware on all your batteries and they will talk to each other. The manual did say when I had first received them that the warranty wouldn't be honored if you used any different amp hour batteries with the EG4 Power Pro Wall batteries. And that is no longer true. They have changed the manual. They will honor the warranty. They do work together, and that's awesome. I did set it up so that I could quickly switch from one battery bank to the other to accommodate that lack of warranty if they were together, but that is no longer needed. So as part of my new setup, I might not do that. I may just go with regular lugs connecting to my bus bars. Now, if you look closely, you'll see that I have the Blue Sea 1000 amp bus bars. I really like those. I'll put a link in the bottom of the description to those, as well as the Amphenol connectors and everything in my system. You'll also see that I have 200 amp fuses on the positives of each battery connection to the main bus bar. You can see my CTs off to the right. And all of my cables are labeled, load, grid, all of those things are labeled. I label everything. That helps me coordinate things in my head as well as keep track of what's going on, and it helps you see what's happening too. You'll see that I also use those Polaris lugs to share my connections. See, when you're doing a parallel system, you need to share all of your battery banks between each inverter. You need to share all loads as well as all grid connections. I also have a Victron shunt in the back, and I've been having some issues with that. It's been in and out, but I think that's a problem with the power supply and the cable, so I'll solve that one pretty soon. You'll also see that I have some wires coming off of the power supply to power a Orange Pi for my Solar Assistant. And Solar Assistant cables are going in on the right hand side over there. You'll also see that I have an EG4 charge inverter. Remember when I said I went generator crazy? I would use any one of my generators to charge my batteries via the charge inverter. And I could use my charge inverter through the electricity in the house, which is being powered by the Sol-Arks, or I could connect it directly to the generator. I have a port in my wall to run the cable for one of those extreme situations where I still needed to charge my batteries. There's no sun coming in, and we're in a grid down situation. Notice I have locks on all of my grid disconnect as well as my service disconnect. Don't want people just throwing those without thinking. Don't want people's hands in there. I also lock the cabinets to the Sol-Arks when we're not doing videos, of course. You'll notice that I have two sets of 2-aught going to my Sol-Arks. Could have used 4-aught, but I saw a video on Sol-Ark's website where they recommended doing it this way because of code. So I went with that. Why argue with it?